Welcome to the book of Isaiah, chapter 17, where we have the prophecy to Damascus. Now, again, first of all, excuse my attire. It's not a tie or a jacket. It's the summer, so a bit on the lighter side today. But here we are with the prophecy to Damascus. Remember, Damascus, Aram, was the one that partnered with the kingdom of Israel, the northern kingdom, to go fight against Yehudah and to destroy Yehudah, which in turn brought Assyria, which destroyed the 10 tribes. So here's a prophecy for Damascus, which is Aram. Masad Damascus, hine Damascus musar me'ir. I tell you, Damascus, that you will be removed from being a city. Instead, you will be a pile of destruction of fallen rocks. Azuvot arei aroer. That's a pun. Azuvot arei, Ir is a city, but Aroer is the name of the city that's on the other side of the Jordan, where the 10 tribes lived. And so it's basically saying the 10 tribes have been destroyed. They joined with Damascus to go fight with Judea. Now that's going to happen to Damascus. So you have already Aroer, which belongs to the people of Israel, to the Reuven and Gad on the other side of the Jordan. Azuvot arei Aroer, la'adarim tihiena. They will be inhabited instead of by people, by the flock, by the oxen, by the sheep. V'ravtzu ve'en macharid. And the sheep are going to sit there quietly, which usually would be a good sign, except in this case it means that the owners are not even there. There's nobody left there. So we tell you, Damascus, look what happened to Israel that you partnered with to destroy Judea. They're gone. You're going to be gone soon as well. Pasuk Gimel. V'nishbat mivtzar me'Ephraim u'mamlacha miDamasek. A fortress will no longer exist among the tribe of Ephraim, which is terrible. The people of Ephraim are basically gone. Umamlacha miDamasek, and kingdom from Damascus. Ushar Aram, the rest of Aram, the kingdom around Damascus in Syria. Kichvod b'nei Yisrael. They will be like the honor of the children of Israel, which in this case is not a good thing. In this case, we're talking about the children of Israel who've been expelled by Sancheriv, the king of Assyria. Ushar Aram kichvod b'nei Yisrael. No, Hashem Tzvakot, says Hashem, the God. Pasuk Daled. V'haya bayom hahu, on that day, yidal kvod Yaakov umishman besaro yerzeh. On that day, the honor of the house of Jacob is going to be seriously thin, gone, and the fatness of his flesh is going to become skinny. Just like what happens when you harvest wheat in those days, you hold the sickle in one hand, you hold the wheat in one hand, and with one hand you're holding them, with the other one you're chopping them. That is what is going to happen when Sancheriv chops down everybody. The Sancheriv, the king of Assyria. It will be like someone who's gathering crops in Emek Rephaim, which is the valley near Jerusalem. Today there's a street in Jerusalem. If you want good coffee, you can go there. It's called Emek Rephaim, and that was a valley near Jerusalem where people harvested their wheat. V'nisharbo, what's going to remain of the entire kingdom of Israel? V'nisharbo olelot kenokef zait. Shnaim shlosha gargirim berosh amir, arba'a chamisha beseif poria. What's going to be left of the entire kingdom of Judea and Israel is like what's left when you go and you pick olives. Basically, an olive here, an olive there, one or two up on the tree, one or two down on the floor. That is what is going to be left of the entire kingdom of Israel. V'nisharbo olelot kenokef zait. There will be, just like when you pick a olive, a little bit here, a little bit there, nothing significant, says Hashem. Nothing is going to be remaining of use. Not so much, except for King Chizkiah. Bayomahu, in that day, Yish'eh ha'adam al osehu. Man will look to his creator. Ve'einav el kadosh Yisrael tirena. And his eyes are going to look to the Holy One of Israel. That's what's going to happen. And at that time, the children of Israel, meaning Judea, whatever's left of Israel, they will start turning to God. He will not turn to the altars that are made by his own hands. V'asher asu etzbeotav, he will no longer turn to the work of his own fingers. V'lo yishel mizbechot, he will not turn to the mizbechot ma'aseh yadav. V'asher asu etzbeotav lo yireh, and that which he made with his fingers, meaning the idols, he will not look at that. V'ha'asherim v'chamanim, he won't also look at the trees that are dedicated to idol worship, avodah zarah, the Asherah tree, and chamanim are places where people used to worship the sun. Like chama means the sun. People won't turn to that. Pasuk tet. Bayomahu yihiyu arei me'uzo. On that day, the cities of his strength, the cities where he's sort of looking to, will be like ka'azuvat hachoresh, will be like an abandoned tree grove. Like, sometimes there's a forest, but sometimes there's just a bunch of trees. So where you have like a little bit of trees, there's like nothing left. Like the edge of the little, not even forest, a group of trees. The ha'amir, and just like the small area of trees, asher azvu mipnei bnei Yisrael v'ayta shemama. It is going to be like the little forests that have been abandoned by Bnei Israel, so too the cities of Israel are going to be absolutely desolate. Why do the children of Israel deserve all these punishments? Why? Ki shachacht Elokei Yisrael, because you've forgotten the God of Israel. V'tzur ma'uzech lo zachart, you did not remember the rock of your strength. Al ken tit'i nit'ei na'amanim. Therefore, what are you going to do? Instead of actually having your own properties, you will be planting properties of someone else. Al ken tit'i nit'ei na'amanim. Therefore, you are, instead of actually al ken tit'i nit'ei na'amanim uzmorat zar tizra'u. You will tizranu. You will originally plant a proper grapevine that is faithful and loyal, but then you're going to see you implement it, you plant in it the foreign seeds. Let me just clarify that pasuk. Because you forgot God, because you have forgotten God, and because you planted the trees that are faithful, but also among that you mixed in the unfaithful things, the non-grape trees, that's why you're being punished. Beyom nit'ech tesagsegi, in the morning that you plant this, you will see chaos and a mess, that all these things will tangle up, the faithful trees and the unfaithful trees. Ubeboker zarech tafrichi ned katzir, beyom nachala v'ke'ev anush. In the morning, the next day, after you have planted this mixture of trees, you're also going to see that things are you're harvesting bad stuff. Basically, you're going to sow what you harvested, and in the day that you plant this mixture of faithful and unfaithful branches, you're going to reap also pain and absolutely unfruitful trees. Now we turn to those who punished Israel. So we've seen a tremendous punishment for the people of Israel. But what about the nations like Assyria, Babylon, who punished Israel? What's going to happen with them? Are they going to have an easy life? You probably guessed right. Probably not. Hoy amon amim rabim. Woe to you, the masses and multitudes of many nations. Kehamot yamim yehemayun. You are making a gush of noise like the gush of the ocean, a lot of waves. Ushe'on leumim keshe'on mayim kabirim mison. And you are carrying the noise of many nations like the noise of the ocean. Why? Because Sancheriv, the infamous king of Assyria, his practice was to expel one nation after the other from one country to another country to another country. So he's gushing like an ocean. He's making all nations whistle and make noises and be chased from one place to the other. And God is going to scold that nation. Le'umim kishon ma'im rabim yisaun. He is going to carry like an ocean. He's going to carry the nations from one place to the other. However, God is then going to scold Sancheriv. V'ga'arbo v'nas mimerchak. He himself, Sancheriv, is going to run away to a distance. Verudaf kemotz harim lifnei ruach. He will be then chased like the chaff on the mountains. It's going to be blown away. V'chegalgal lifnei sufa, and like a bunch of prickles when a storm comes, or right before a storm comes, when there's wind, the light prickles fly away. And that's what's going to happen to Sancherib and those who persecute the Jewish people and everyone else. Le'et erev v'hine balaha, in the evening there is fear and horror. B'terem boker einenu, before the morning comes, it's gone. Ze chelik shosenu, that is what's going to happen to those who persecute us. V'gora lebozezenu, that is what's going to happen to those who loot us. So that is chapter 17. It's a tough prophecy for everybody, for Israel, for Damascus, Aram, and later for those who executed this persecution. That has been Perek Yud Zayin.